obviously not the result we were hoping for tonight, but we got what we wanted out of it, I suppose.
Aye, it's probably the best way to put it. We got minutes in people's legs. I didn't think there was much quality in the game. It was probably quite a cagey affair. Both the goals we probably gave away at our own doing, which sometimes will happen, try to play. I don't think Robbie was forced into it too much, and I don't think Ferry was forced into it too much. So, sometimes games are won and lost on tiny wee mistakes, and that's what it was. But look, we can't dwell on that. It's like you said, boys had to get some minutes in their legs. You look at Murray Aitken's been out for I think 9 months.
Yeah.
So for him to come back and play the last game of the season, it's a credit to himself. He's mental, physical. I've been there myself. It's tough. It's a lonely road. So it's a great credit to him. I was delighted to see him back, and I thought he'd done really well. Probably out of position as well. So you've got to look at that from him as well. So that was great. And obviously boys got a rest. Boys that haven't featured maybe as much got some minutes in the legs. So everybody's going to be needed for the playoffs, and that's what I try to reiterate to the boys. It's a team game. It's a squad game. It's not just 11 players. So you've seen that last year in the playoffs when we went. Everybody's needing to be the exact same this year.
Yeah, well, we've seen it right at the very end of the playoffs. We went through extra time and penalties, and with a potential quarter-final, semi-final and final to go, that's a possibility at any of those games. And like you say, it's a lot of minutes, a lot of matches to play. So having a squad that's that fit, that ready to go, must put us in really good stead for these games coming up.
Aye, look, it was ideal, obviously, with Cammy and Frizz coming back and getting minutes in their legs. We managed to rest a couple as well. So everybody should be fresh and looking forward to go. Like you said, I think it's near enough a fully fit squad now. So it's competition for places. So boys have to be at it, and it should be good morale in the changing room and ready to go.
It was obviously a big pressure game for Queen's Park, and they've got the result that they needed. But there didn't seem to be, like you said, much in the way of goal-mouth action for either side. Is that partly down to that pressure being on them, and that we were using it to prepare ourselves? Is that kind of where that comes from?
Look, at the end of the day, we went on the park to try and win the game. They're the exact same. And you never go in the park looking not to win a game. But it's like you say, there's no pressure on us. A lot of the pressure was on them, so it was quite a cagey affair. Sometimes that happens. I've been involved in them myself when I was at Livingston. I stayed up the last day of the season. It was a cagey affair as well. It was the exact same. So, I thought towards the end of the second half we started to cause them a wee bit of bother. You could tell they were getting a wee bit nervous, but look, they got the goal with a lucky break probably, and probably the exact same with the first goal. But look, credit to them, they took their chances when it came. And unfortunately we just didn't create enough clear cut that you would say to trouble their goalie.
Not sure what the average age would have been of the team that finished, but a lot of young players getting out certainly would have been young. That must stand us in really good stead as well, being able to, it speaks to the philosophy of the club too, that we've got young players that are good enough to come on and contribute and play that much of a match.
Look, you could go across the line. I think Janny was the oldest to finish the game. He's 27, 28. So then the next one's Gal. So if you look at that, it's a credit to young players. And it's like you say, it's the philosophy of the club. If they're good enough, they're old enough. That's the way you kind of look at it. And you look at that young Ali coming on. I thought it was excellent when he came on. In a deeper midfield role, taking the ball off defenders, turning. Same with young Elliott. So the future's bright for the young players. It's just they need to keep progressing and being hungry and wanting and doing extra when they can.
Whilst we've got you here, Callum, Hall of Fame, thoroughly well deserved. Your thoughts on that?
Thank you very much. That was a great honour. I was emotional when obviously you're watching the video and stuff like that. It's very touching, and I said that to the owner and the club and Gordon and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It's been great, my time here. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's to share it with Gal as well. Somebody that I'm very close with. I've signed the same year as him, so we're saying that it's very rare that you get it when you're still at a club and you're still playing. Usually it's maybe 10 years after you've left or something like that. So to get it when you're still playing, it's a great honour. It was a lovely reception. I think the night ran smoothly as well for the club, so it was a great. And it was all about the 100 years, so hopefully we can give them something in the summer to go and celebrate again.
Well, here's to that. We'll go and see that happen, hopefully, starting on Tuesday. Callum, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Cheers, thanks.
Murray, I know it's been a long road back from Halloween. How you're feeling after getting your first game back under your belt?
Yeah, it's definitely been a long road back with a few bumps along the way, but I'm just glad to be back out there. What a place to do it back on that surface, and I came through it unscathed, so I'm happy with that.
I know that there was, like you've kind of touched upon there, some setbacks along the way. What has it been like keeping close? Because I know you've been at a lot of the games, you've been down in the dressing room, keeping involved with the squad. How has that been?
Yeah, the gaffer's been key in that, keeping me close to the squad, keeping me a part of it. Even last week I wasn't quite ready, but Dundee United, they had me in the squad, in and around it, getting that sort of match day feel. But I've loved going to all the games, and the boys have been excellent this season, so they've gotten to that position because of how they've played, so it's much deserved.
It feels like an awful lot has happened since that game in Halloween, and you've had to watch on and not be able to participate. How frustrating has that been?
Yeah, it is very frustrating, but I'm technically just turned into a fan along the way, just watching the games, and it's been good because the boys have played so well all season, so I'm just edging to get back into it. Hopefully after that, got minutes in the legs, hopefully I'll maybe play some part in the playoffs, but the boys have been excellent, so it's been good to watch.
I suppose you'll now need to just make sure you do the recovery over the next few days. We've got that wee gap because it's not a Saturday game into Tuesday, it's the Friday. So does that just mean you need to make sure you do your recovery well so that there's no aches and pains beyond the kind of norm after such a long time without being able to do that?
Yeah, I've been out for quite some time, but I know what I need to do. I've got all the rehab sources from Hibs and from Airdrie as well, so I'll keep on top of it, and then hopefully I'll be good to go.
The game itself perhaps won't go down as a classic, but it was a good exercise for us in terms of our preparation for Tuesday. What are your thoughts both on the game and then going ahead into the playoff campaign?
I think obviously we would have liked to get a win, get some momentum going, but the main thing was getting to that unscathed and having a full team to go into Tuesday and Friday. But look, these things happen, so you can't win them all.
And the playoff campaign?
Yeah, I think the boys are really up for it, and we've played Partick at home and Rafe, and we've had a good record against Rafe, so we'll need to look at Partick first, but the boys are up for it, yeah.
Well, congratulations, welcome back. It's great to see you back, and we'll see you again on Tuesday.
Cheers, thank you very much.